Welcome back to Family Dynamics Revenge Stories. I never thought my family would shatter like this. I'm Emily, 17 years old, and up until a few months ago, I thought we were the perfect suburban family. Mom and Dad had been married for 20 years. My Aunt Lisa, Dad's younger sister, lived just a few blocks away, and everything seemed normal. But secrets have a way of poisoning everything they touch. It started innocently enough. Aunt Lisa had been dating this guy Mark for about 2 years. He was charming at first, tall, funny, always bringing flowers when he came over for family dinners. But over time, we all saw the red flags. Mark didn't have a steady job. He bounced from one business idea to another, always needing just a little investment to get started. Aunt Lisa was head over heels, defending him every time anyone questioned it. "He's going through a rough patch," she'd say. "He'll make it big soon." Mom wasn't a fan. She'd quietly tell Dad that Mark was using Lisa, but Dad always brushed it off. "She's an adult, Sarah. Let her make her own choices." That's what he said out loud anyway. One evening, I came home early from soccer practice. The house was quiet. Mom was at her book club, and I figured Dad was still at work. But as I passed his home office, I heard voices. Dad was on the phone, speaking in a low tone. "Yeah, Mark. I'll wire the $5,000 tomorrow. Just make sure Lisa doesn't find out it's from me. Tell her it's from that side gig you're doing. No, don't worry about paying me back right away. Family helps family, right? Just get back on your feet." My heart stopped. Mark? Dad was giving money to Mark? Secretly? I backed away quietly and hid in my room, pretending I wasn't home yet. That night at dinner, everything felt fake. Dad laughing with Mom, Aunt Lisa texting under the table, probably with Mark, and me sitting there, boiling inside. Over the next few weeks, I started paying attention. I borrowed Dad's old laptop one day when he left it unlocked. He had a new one for work. In his email, I found everything. Bank transfers, thousands of dollars over the past year. Emails from Mark thanking Dad profusely. "You're a lifesaver, bro-in-law. Lisa thinks I'm turning things around because of my new job. Don't know what I'd do without you." One transfer was for $10,000, labeled car repair, but the attached message from Mark said it was to cover his gambling debts so Lisa wouldn't find out. Another $3,000 for rent when Mark had been evicted from his apartment and was basically living off Lisa. Dad wasn't just helping his sister, he was enabling her toxic boyfriend, lying to everyone, and using family money to do it. Our family money. Mom worked part-time as a nurse, Dad as an accountant, and they were always careful with savings for my college fund. I was furious. Betrayed. How could Dad do this to Mom? To us? Then Mom found out. Not from me, but by accident. She was balancing the checkbook one night and noticed irregularities. She confronted Dad in their bedroom, thinking I was asleep. "How could you, Tom? Thousands of dollars to that leech? Behind my back?" Dad begged her to understand. "Lisa's my little sister. She's been through so much since Mom died. Mark's not perfect, but if I don't help, she'll lose everything. I couldn't live with myself if she ended up homeless or heartbroken. Mom was devastated. What about our family? Our daughter? You're choosing them over us." Their argument went on for hours. In the end, Dad promised to stop, but I could tell he didn't mean it. He loved being the hero to Lisa and Mark. That's when I decided I couldn't let this slide. Pure confrontation would just lead to more lies and drama. I needed to teach them a lesson, all of them. Dad for his secrecy and betrayal, Aunt Lisa for her blindness, and Mark for being the parasite he was. But I wanted it to be emotional, something that would make them reflect, not just explode. I started planning. I'm good with tech. I run the AV club at school and edit videos for fun. Over the next month, I gathered evidence quietly. Screenshots of the emails and transfers from Dad's laptop. Recordings of phone calls. I installed a simple call recorder app on Dad's old phone he sometimes used. Texts between Dad and Mark. Even some voicemails where Mark groveled for more money. I also researched Mark a bit online. Public records showed debts, evictions, even a small court case for unpaid loans. But the real stroke was what I did next. I created a fake email account pretending to be a concerned friend of Mark's. I emailed Aunt Lisa anonymously, attaching some blurred evidence of Mark's bad habits, like screenshots of his gambling app history I'd found online through mutual connections. I didn't reveal the money part yet, just enough to plant doubt Lisa started arguing with Mark. I overheard her on the phone with Dad one day. He's lying about something, Tom. I don't know what Dad panicked and sent Mark another $2,000 to smooth things over. That was the last straw. For the climax, I waited for our big family event, Grandma's 85th birthday party at our house. Everyone would be there. Mom, Dad, Aunt Lisa, Mark, unfortunately. Even some cousins and uncles. I prepared a surprise slideshow for Grandma. I'd volunteered to handle the projector and photos, so no one suspected the party was going great. Cake, laughs, old stories. After dinner, I stood up. Hey everyone, I made a special video tribute for Grandma. All her old photos and memories. Everyone gathered around the living room TV. Grandma was thrilled. The video started innocently. Baby photos of Dad and Aunt Lisa, family vacations, Grandma's wedding pics, soft music playing, everyone awing. Then, halfway through, the music shifted to something more somber. The screen faded to text. Family means everything, but secrets can destroy it. Photos of bank transfers appeared. Screenshots, emails, voicemails playing. Dad's voice. Don't tell Lisa it's from me. Gasps filled the room. Then Mark's texts. Thanks again, man. You're keeping us afloat. Aunt Lisa went pale. Tom, what? More evidence. Mark's debts, his lies. Then my own voiceover kicked in. I'd recorded it calmly, emotionally. I've been watching this happen for months. Dad, you thought you were protecting Aunt Lisa, but you were lying to Mom, to me, to everyone. You drained our savings to fund a man who doesn't deserve her Aunt Lisa. You deserve better than someone who uses people. Mark, you're not family. You're taking advantage, Mom. I'm sorry you had to find out more this way, but quiet talks weren't working. Family isn't about blind loyalty. It's about honesty, trust, and protecting each other from harm. Even if it's from within, I love you all. That's why this hurts so much. The video ended with a final slide, a photo of our whole family from happier times, with the words, "Let's choose truth from now on." The room was dead silent. Grandma looked confused but concerned. Cousins were wide-eyed. Aunt Lisa started crying hysterically. Turn it off! Emily, how could you? But Mark bolted. He muttered, "This is crazy," and left the house. We never saw him again that night. Dad sat there, head in hands, tears streaming. Emily, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Mom was shaking, but she looked at Dad with a mix of anger and relief. She did what we couldn't. Lisa screamed at me. You ruined everything, my life. But then Uncle Mike, Dad's brother, spoke up. No, Lisa, the truth ruined it, and it's about time the party ended awkwardly. People left quietly. In the weeks that followed, everything changed. For the better. Painfully, Mark ghosted Lisa completely once the evidence was out. She was heartbroken at first, but after finding out the full extent, I shared more privately with her, she cut him off forever. She's in therapy now, rebuilding her life. She even thanked me later, tearfully. You saved me from years more of that nightmare. Dad was humiliated. He apologized to Mom profusely, went to counseling with her. They separated for a month. He stayed with a friend, but worked through it. He admitted his savior complex came from guilt over not helping Grandma more when she was sick. Now he's transparent with money, and he's paying back the college fund from his bonus. Mom and I grew closer than ever. She said I was braver than she was. As for me, I felt guilty at first for the public reveal. It was emotional warfare. But seeing the healing afterward, no regrets. Sometimes the kindest revenge isn't destruction. It's forcing people to face the truth so they can finally heal. Family dynamics are complicated. Revenge doesn't always feel sweet. But justice? That feels right. If you've ever uncovered a family secret like this, how did you handle it? Let me know in the comments.